Hi guys and welcome back to our channel. Today we will be analyzing three assets: gold, Ripple against US dollar, and Tesla. We will see where they might move over the next weeks and months. And we will actually be analyzing the cyclicity beneath the three assets. Please subscribe to our channel if you want us to keep releasing technical analysis for free. While if you want to receive on-demand analysis, you might want to join our Patreon community. You will find the link in the description field. Also, keep in mind that on January the 3rd, I will be holding a seminar where I will be explaining how to set up the cycles, how to use the parameters in order to identify symmetrical cycles, and of course I will be analyzing several cryptos, several stocks, the American indexes, and the euro dollar. Let's start with gold. As you can see here, it seems that we have started with a new cycle. I've been detecting a 7-8 months cycle for gold. This one is a daily chart. Now what we see here is actually that the price is enveloped inside the descending channel, which means we should be awaiting for confirmation before buying gold. Okay. Now, what kind of confirmation do we need? First of all, we need a break above the oblique resistance. As you can see here, this descending channel has been created by linking this point of highs and this point of low. So we need an increase in terms of volumes, okay, which are not actually visible here because this one is a future 2022. And actually break a long white candle breaking above the descending resistance. Now, in terms of cycle, actually we should be at the beginning of new cycle, but let's keep in mind that we might see some sort of truncated cycles. That's why I will be waiting for confirmation before buying gold. Now, as you can see here, the white curve has turned positive, which means the derivative is positive, while the orange curve is still oriented downwards. Now, if we observe in the past what happened, for example, in August 18, the orange curve was oriented downwards with the white curve breaking above the lower threshold. Okay, in this case, we knew that we were at the beginning of a new cycle, but actually we needed the confirmation when both the two curves were oriented upwards. So when the two curves were oriented upwards, we've seen the gold skyrocketing from 1,300 US dollar till 1,470 US dollars. So right now, if we use pro real time and my actually property indicator, we see that we are inside the descending channel, as I've been stating several times, with actually the very first indicator telling us that we might actually be at the beginning of a new bull trend, but the second indicator is still with the green curve below the blue one. Okay, so we still need a break above the 1,900 US dollar, but actually we need a strong break above this area. Okay, so in terms of cyclicity, again, we should be actually at the beginning of a new cycle, okay, which can project now till actually August 2021. Yet we need to be we need a more confirmation, so we need actually some bullish pattern with a break above the descending channel. Okay, because if we see the price tumbling down from this area, we know that actually this cycle will be actually larger than the previous one. Now let's move on. Let's analyze Ripple against the US dollar, and as you can see here, with the cycle we can easily predict where we are. Okay, it's extremely interesting because the Magnum cycles, as you can see here, the white curve is oriented downwards and also the orange one. I've been stating that we should be experiencing Ripple against the US dollar going up at the end of January. So end of January, February, and March should be 2.5 months of bull run for Ripple. And the reason is because here we see a perfect symmetrical cycles. Of course, I cannot share with you for free what kind of parameters I use in order to set up the cycle. Both the Magnum cycles and this kind of cycle is something that I will be sharing with my Patreon. Okay, so what we see here, it's actually 3 months. So for example, here we have the beginning of a new cycle between actually the 20th of December and the end of December, when, for example, Ripple was 0.16 till we have experienced till 0.34, which means 100% gain. Okay, so the cycles tend to be, for example, in this case, from December 19 till March 20, so 3 month cycle. Now, the last cycle started in October 20, which actually project us within the beginning of new cycle around mid-January, end of January as well. Here we see the red curve is already in the so-called oversold area, while the azure one is still not there. Now, in terms of oversold and overbought area, I will be sharing on January the 3rd in my seminar what actually is a misconception about oversold and overbought area. There are no oversold and there are no overbought area. This is something extremely important to understand, because if you understand how the price forms itself, then you will understand that there are no overbought and no oversold area. In this, I agree with Billy Williams, where in these profitability meetings he has been explaining that actually it's impossible to say that there are overbought and oversold area, and actually I do agree with that. And for those ones who are actually quite dubious about the technical analysis, I can say that the technical analysis actually is oftentimes not correctly used by actually the retail traders. I would say from the 90% of the retail traders, which actually are not understanding how the technical analysis work. So with the cycles, imagine now to have the price action without the cycles. So in this case, you actually you wouldn't know where we are. Maybe you could say, okay, we are actually hitting a horizontal support area, but you wouldn't know when, in terms of temporal references, you might actually think to buy a Ripple. So again, mid of January, end of January, this is our projection for the beginning of a new cycle. So as you can see here, we have both the Manuc cycles and this kind of cycles are actually like the waves in the sea are really helping us in understanding where we could start piling into Ripple. Now let's move on and let's analyze Tesla. Tesla is quite interesting. I will tell you something extremely direct for Tesla. Here we have the weekly chart. I've decided to analyze the weekly chart because I want to provide you with a multi-year analysis. So where we are right now with Tesla, we have a free Gauss curve. You can see the first one, now the second one, the third one is now in formation. Now, if we analyze firstly the main cycles, we know that actually when the white curve has hit this area and has crossed above the upper threshold, actually we know that we are really close to the point of high for actually a 3 years cycles. Okay, so 2013, 2016, the point of low around here. Okay, so from $20 US, we have seen a point of high around here, $50 US, and then a point of low actually here around 28 US dollar. Then we have again a new point of low, so we know that actually that was the right timing for buying. So from 35 US dollar till 90 US dollar, and then a new point of low in April 19 at 39 US dollar. And now we have experienced Tesla hitting 700 US dollar. My target for the very short time is 770 US dollar. We could even experience Tesla hitting the 1000 US dollar, but this is something that we need to evaluate analyzing the daily chart. So this is not the case because I want to be focused on the medium long term analysis for Tesla. That's why I'm using the weekly chart. So where it's quite easy with the understanding the cycles and understanding how we can detect cycles, where actually we are in the time. So the new point of low should be around December 21, this area, between December 21 and the very first semester of 2022, okay, which means right now actually we are really close to a top. So in other words, if you are eager to buy Tesla right now, based on what I see, actually you are going to make a huge mistake, because right now it's the correct time to sell your position in Tesla, unless you are actually eager to ride the last momentum for the bull cycle. Now, in terms of bull cycle, in order to understand where we might be really close to the end, we should see a longer candle, which means we need to see a much larger candle in terms of amplitude, which means the distance between the point of high and the point of low. In other words, I don't see this one happening right now, which means this positive momentum could still go on. Okay, so Tesla could still go up, yet right now the risk-reward ratio of taking a long position is absolutely crazy. Okay, and then of course, if we analyze the Tesla under a fundamental point of view, fundamental analysis, we know that the price against the earnings is equal to $1,300 sorry, 1,300, which means something that I've never experienced in more than 15 years of trading. So if you are eager to take such a risk, you can do it, but definitely I will not follow you, and I will never tell my Patreons to buy Tesla right now. It would be actually too crazy trade. Okay, so again, here we are quite, as you can see here, this is the curve. Okay, if we analyze the height of the curve, we are above the second cycle, and actually we are the same height of the very first cycle. So again, we could even see $1,000 because the market and whales like to see round numbers, but then actually again it's too risky, and of course we need to see some fractal from the Bill Williams technical analysis to understand where will be the right moment to short Tesla for those one who are eager to take this risk for Tesla, or we will need some reversal pattern, like for example some reversal pinball with an increase in terms of volumes. Okay, so again, guys, right now we are really at the peak of the cycle, of the multi-year cycle, of the 3.5-year cycle on average for Tesla. So it's extremely risky. Let's remember that the last cycle started here in April 19. Right now we are today is 1st of January 2021. Normally the cycles for the ascending phase tend to last a little bit more than half of the cycle, could be rather than 50%, could be 60, 65, or even 70% of time, which means actually we are already, as you can see here, we have already more than the 50% of time. So again, right now it makes much more sense to start thinking about shorting Tesla or taking profit for Tesla rather than buying it. Thank you, guys.